Welcome back to another Simply Create Instagram Reels tutorial video. In this video, we're going to look at another set of in-app transitions that you can do. In this video, we look at using objects and motion to create our transitions within Instagram. No other apps are needed. Well, let's not hang around. We got Reels to create. We're going to do something very similar with the snap technique, but instead of using us, we're going to use an object. So let's set up the shot. Now, the first setup of this shot, we're going to go timer again. We're going to go 2 seconds. We're going to set the timer. And this time we're going to bring an object into the shot to start playing around with. And this is going to lead to our next transition. So we hit the 10 seconds, we count it down. Just get in a position, and I'm gonna do it like this. So we're gonna bring a ball in, ready? Now I've gone to catch, but there's been no ball there. I do, however, have a ball to hand, so let's just have a look at that back. Catch, set it up, so there was no ball there. We hit the align because we'll want that. We set a timer for another 2 seconds. We make sure we smile when we catch this ball, set the timer. I set it for 10 seconds because I want to obviously try and get everything matched up with the align tool. A little bit acting there for the reels. Let's go and just watch it all together. We might need to fine tune, so we'll do that in a second. There you go, slight fine tune needs to happen there. Just as my hands come together, just to make it that little bit smoother. Let's have a look. So hopefully it'll be right in the catch. Right, and this is where we're going to lead into our next transition. I did previously make another Instagram Reels in-app transitions video. If you haven't checked that out, not to worry, the link will be in the description below, but also you can just hang on to the end and there'll be a direct link to that video. We're going to continue to kind of use that snap where we've caught the ball. Now I'm going to use this object to block the screen, and by blocking the screen it will then give me the freedom to do whatever I want after that. So we will go for a little bit longer this time because I was align and hit it. Right, quickly line these up. Here we go, got it this time. Hand was about here. So as you see, I pushed the ball straight into the camera to make it all one colour. Let's have a look, make sure it worked. There we go. From there, you kind of have the freedom to go wherever you want. Because you've blocked the screen and you can't see anything, you now can go and do what you want. There's lots of different things that you can do again. So again, getting creative. But this time we've used the object as our transition. So it's still all within the app. We've blocked the screen and we're going to do something else. You can do whatever you want, play around with changing clothes, you can put somebody else there. You can, again, have some fun and play around with it in yourself. I'm going to change the ball as it goes there. I'm going to bring it back out, but the ball's going to have changed and the ball's going to become a microphone. It's something I have that's similar in terms of like size. So as I pull that back, it will become that. Set the timer up. A few seconds just so it stops. So we'll go to 5.5, 10 seconds, set timer. Don't need to align anything because we're not lining any of the shot up, but we instead of the ball, we're going to want this. And we're going to want to pull away really quickly because you don't want it to have seen, really quickly because you don't want it to have seen the change, okay? Let's set that, hit the timer. I've got that. It's counting down, it's 7, 6, 5, 4. There you go, I just played around. I don't know what that's going to look like. Could be really silly. Caught the ball, brought the ball into it, carried on, playing with the ball, put it in, balled it back. Oh, and it changed. Actually comes out really good. So we'll keep that. As you can see, we're just getting playful. We've now brought an object in that has helped us with a transition. And obviously, if you have the phone off of a tripod, you can actually use the phone to zoom into things. So you can use the phone to zoom into a wall and come back out. You can zoom into your mug, your cup of coffee, your cup of tea. And this is where you start to get creative. And it's how you compose them and put them all together. We can talk about the transitions and adding audio and combining them together in another video that will come and follow on from this one. However, I want to move to the last transition that we're going to explore in this video, and that's the swipe transition. For that, you don't want your phone necessarily on a tripod. I'm going to use it off the tripod so you can see what I'm actually doing when I swipe with the phone. Okay, so I hope you're ready. Let's get to the last transition. This transition is the swipe transition. Well, it's what I'm calling the swipe transition anyway. And speed and motion are our friend. Now, you don't necessarily need it on a tripod unless you've got a friend to help you, but you can have it off. I have to have the charger on because I'm also screen recording at the same time. Now, what we're going to do is use motion to be able to transition from one thing to another. So I am going to finish up with a behind the scenes shot so you can see my kind of setup. But I'm going to go from this to that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start the timer, and then all I'm going to do is just before it hits that time, I'm going to swipe it down really quickly so you see the blur. Okay, so here we go. Let's hit the timer. Don't really need the align tool. You can see me. Now, it shouldn't matter too much if you missed it or if you went early or whatever, because again, we can go back and crop that. So as I go, so there we go. We don't want the last little bit of leg there. So we crop all of that, there we go. So we want some blur, there we go. See the blur? And as the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you this shot that you're only gonna be able to see, because I'm not gonna move that camera up, you're only gonna be able to see in the reel. So what I then do is, you don't always have to set the timer. Actually, for this one, I won't set the timer, okay? And I'm gonna come behind the scenes. So I think there's the camera there. You're gonna be able to see it. And all I'm gonna do is swipe up, do a swipe up motion, yeah? Really quickly, and stop it on me this time. So I'm gonna start recording probably a little bit early down here, and I'm gonna hold the button this time, no timer. I'm gonna swipe up, and then I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes, okay? So here we go. Ready? I'm gonna press the reels button now. I'm pressing it, and swipe up. If we go back, let's try to, and have a look. Obviously I pressed that record for a bit long, but I want the swipe. So we're gonna cut. We're gonna go all the way to where it's blurry again, and then hopefully the two blurs will mix together. Let's trim. Let's see what that looks like. Right, it's changed. We've changed. Here we go. Change. There we go. And that's beautifully perfect. I'll let it play through so you can have a look at it. And again, don't forget, we haven't added sound to this, so we can take it to the next level if we were adding sound on the beat or had a whoosh sound effect as the motion changes. So there's still lots that you can do. We brought in a prop and used that to make it appear, and obviously you can make it disappear. And we also used it to make a transition because we moved it close to the screen. We then also used speed and motion to do a swipe transition, all within the Instagram Reels app. So you don't need any other apps or software. You can get creative with these and compose your own versions of your own videos for your Instagram Reels. Hoping that you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to tappity tap that like button. And of course, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. As always, from Simply Create, thank you for watching.